All right, we are on to Monday. Love it, love it, love it. We are here Monday morning, the day after Easter. Hopefully, you had an amazing weekend with family. I want to do a little bit of recap over what we covered last Monday. In case you missed it, you can go back and watch it. We started one of the things that I'm super passionate about and love to do is help people really get in control of their business. I always say plan your work and work your plan. And that means looking at, your big goal, your monthly goals, your weekly goals, and your daily goals to move your business forward. And last week, I introduced you to a couple concepts. If you've been in kind of the field before, you've probably heard them. But we talked about working in 3-month cycles. The current month you're on, the next month, and then the future. Okay, so this is a current month. Typically it's filled, ready to go, and I actually use my planner for this. I got all my samples ready to go. Gotta get my samples out. So I use a calendar like this, but I provided you with a calendar like this in case you didn't have one, you didn't have an excuse not to use one. You also can use the aligned ones that they provide for us, but they typically provide you just April. We're working in 3-month cycle, April, May, and June. If you go back to the training last Monday, it'll talk about why you work in 3-month cycles, how it becomes a system for you to really take control of your paycheck and your paycheck for the future, that you're planning for the things that are coming. You have that down. You are putting your important appointments in there so those don't get missed. Okay. So we talked about working in 3-month cycles. We talked about front loading our calendar. Now recap on front loading. That means you want to by the end of the current month you're in, you want to have the front part of your next month locked and loaded. So we're looking right now, we are in the 9th through the 15th. We're about midway. So if we're midway, we should really have our end of our month like planned out and be front loading into our June. Now, what does that do? That makes sure that you always have things on your calendar, that you don't turn your calendar over and you're like, I have nothing on my calendar. What am I going to do my business, right? It really gets you intentional with prepping and staying ahead of the game. So front loading your calendar. I also love front loading your calendar because when you set your goals for the month, okay, so we're going to go back to what did you set your goal for this month? What PV, what team building? We're not team building, I mean bringing new people in. We're not going to break down teams right now. We're going to talk about personal ownership of your business, what you're doing as personal ownership of your business. Okay. So on a monthly basis, you should have a PV goal for yourself, right? And if you're front loading your calendar, a lot of times that means you actually reach that goal before the end of the month, right? You can reach that goal the 3rd week of the month and be like, great, the rest of this is just extra to go on my goal, more money in my pocket because I've been very good at planning my month, that at the end of the month, I actually have the time to celebrate all the good things that I've done and my team's done and make sure my next month is ready to go with plans. Okay. So you can kind of see how this becomes very systematic and not rushed, not desperate, very, you're in control of it. We also talked about having a theme for the month. Now, we know that Align has done a very good job of this. Kudos out to those guys for everything they've done. And we know that this month, a lot of our focus is on our clarifying and our soothe. Last month, we really focused on Renew and the red light serum. This month, as products focus, we're really focusing on Clarify and Renew. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have a different focus. Things like spring transitional, spring skin, spring skin transition, transitioning from winter to spring skin. Super great topic that you could have for the month of April. So you can come up with your own themes. It just keeps you focused as you go through your month. Okay. And then, again, at the end of the month, because you've been so intentional with doing your planning, you should have those goals, sealed up towards the end, and you're ready to rock into the next month. And again, then you start working in June. So no, April, you'd be May, June, and July. Okay. Because you'd be in the month of May, be pre-planning for June, and then July's your future planning. Okay. 3-month cycle. This week, we're going to break it down a little bit more. So I provided for you guys yesterday, and you may not have gotten it because I know a lot of people were busy, but there is a consistency tracker. We're going to talk about this and how this works into your business to really help you see where maybe you need to focus more, where maybe you're not connecting in parts of your business. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. But I really want to start off with breaking down weekly focus. So how do we do that? Number one, let's look at our goals. Okay, we looked at our goal for, you set a goal, no matter what it is, it could be $500 a month, $200 a month. You set a sales goal, right, for the month. How do you stay on track? How do you stay on track? Is you need to take that big goal. So, and I'm going to use myself as an example just because it's easy numbers, is I try to, and this is a lot, I know, I try to focus on $2,000 personal volume. Okay. If yours is lower than that, that's fine. What you're going to do is you're going to take your volume for the month and you're going to divide it by the weeks in that month. So in April, we have 4 weeks. Okay, with an extra day on the end right here. Sorry, it's backwards, so it gets me. Now what I did is I took my 2,000, divided it by 4, because there's 4 weeks. So that lets me know that each week, my goal is to bring in at least $500 personal volume. Now, what if I don't do that? Well, if I don't do that, if I don't plan my work and get that PV in, that means that if I got 0 this month, that means this 500 comes down here and makes this 1,000, or you have to readjust your other weeks. But the goal is to take that big goal and break it down into small nuggets. Now, when we go to next week and we talk about daily goals or daily things to do, you'll see how daily activities that focus on business building will actually help you achieve those PV goals and not have to be like, crap, I didn't do anything this week that brought in PV. So that means I'm at a 0 and I've got to add that or divide it by the weeks I have left. The goal is to make things very smooth and transitional, right? You don't want to feel anxious, right? We want to be in control of this. So no matter what your goal is, what I want you to do, grab a calculator, whatever. If you want to do the math, you can take your goal and divide it by 4 weeks. Now, of course, we're already into week 2. So if you didn't have anything this week, Maybe you take your goal and you divide it into 3, right? And then you know what you need this week, next week, and the last week to hit your goal. If that is still, you don't understand that, just comment below or message me and I'll help you with that. Same goes with team building. You want to always be, and I'm going to help you with that with this, but you always want to be intentional with planting those seeds throughout the month. If your goal is to have 3 people join your team, you don't want to do it in the last 2 days of the month by looking desperate. You want to do it throughout the month and get them into the system and the team and help them the best that you can. So you're breaking down goals weekly. Easiest way is PV, divide it by the number of weeks, okay? So we took that big goal, whatever your big goal is, we broke it down into weekly nuggets, okay? Now, one of the things that I love that also Align has done is they have provided you with tons of resources. But let me see if I can screen share this. And I'm going to share with you. Let's see, share screen, hopefully. Okay, so you should see Facebook right now. Align has provided us with this calendar, which we talked about already. You could use this for part of your 3-month planning. It's got interest list and to-do lists and notes. They have, first of all, they have the week of the 9th and the 5th. Okay. So this is where I always recommend when you're planning your week on Sunday, which typically, I mean, you can pick a different day, but typically if you can schedule in 30 minutes on a Sunday evening to sit down and look at your week, look at what's coming that week, verify what your kids are doing that week, verify what appointments you have that week, and then make sure that you're putting designated time if you work another job or it's really hard to get that focus time, making sure you're getting that designated time to maybe do your social media post. A lot of times on Sunday, I'll also bulk plan for if I'm busy that week for posting. Okay. So I often use self-care Sunday because that's self-care. If I'm getting a little bit of that done, putting that time aside for myself, then I'm actually more present throughout the week and not scrambling, being like, oh, I didn't post today, or what am I going to post today? I have that pre-planned and ready to go, spending just a little time on Sunday doing that. So Align, what they helped us do, if you look here, the week of the 9th through the 15th, the theme for this week is why Align. So why Align would be, again, continuing to share, why did you join Align? What brought you into this business? Putting that somewhere in the week as a post, a video, maybe a picture of you and the red light one and what the things that it's done or why you were intrigued. But pick a few times this week and use a story, use a picture, do a video on why Align. It also is, we love to reward you. From that, I am logically guessing we're going to learn a little bit more about rewards. This will be something that we're learning. So as we learn it, the focus will be on learning rewards for us. So that's personal development. And then the product focus would be Clarify Exfoliating Cleanser. Use the product sheets, the fab techniques to share about this gentle exfoliating cleanser. Lots of us are prepping for our Wash Your Face event that we're going to be doing. We're getting our samples ready. We're getting them out the door. While you're doing that, do a video. I did one last night of my nightly routine. and I did it of, I did it, what's it called? Where it makes it go fast, time lapse. So I put my phone up, I did a time lapse of me washing, serum, red light, and then moisturizer. And I use that as a post. I could use that as a post on Facebook. I could use it on Instagram. I can put it on my VIP page. But take that and, break down what makes clarifying awesome. What ingredients are in it. So these are things that on Sunday, when you look at this, you can plan the week out ahead of time. When am I going to talk about these things? Now that's with this part. They really got intentional, which in my previous life, I used to do what's called an action calendar. And an action calendar would give you something that you could do for your business on a daily basis. If it fit into your life, you could expand it and do more. If you had just a few little minutes, you could do something smaller on that action item for the day. What Align has done for us in this is the week of April 9th through the 15th. Again, your theme for the week is to really talk about why Align, the opportunity, first 1,000 people. So they give you post ideas, recommended posts, share all about the Align rewards. So as we learn those, intersperse those rewards throughout your week as posts, as engagement, as did you know, have you, would you use, do you like to share things? You'll see once we see what the rewards are, how you would post. Follow up. When we get to next week, I'm going to break the days down into themes, because that was something that really helped me in the beginning, again, to stay on track on a daily basis. And on Fridays, I have, thanks to Shanae, I used to just call it Follow Up Friday, but Shanae introduced me to calling it FU Friday, because follow-up isn't always fun. Let's be honest. We really don't always like to follow up with people, right? I have some techniques that I use that help me with my follow-up and make it comfortable for me. But I love just thinking about Friday as being FU Friday. You're going to follow up with people. Okay. And we'll talk about that next week on the daily stuff. But again, on this planning your week, follow up with those you've invited into the Align group and Facebook page. Those people you've introduced to Align and they're on the shared community big page. Have you connected with them? Do they have questions? Are you getting samples out to them? Those are great reconnection pieces. A follow-up doesn't mean that it has to be a follow-up with an order. A follow-up could be what questions do you have? Have you checked things out? Would you like to try some samples? I just got Clarify and Soothe. A follow-up could be, we're doing a wash your face event, and I'm super excited about this. I'm partnering some samples with this fun event with all of us, and I would love to invite you. That can be part of your follow-up process throughout the week. So think outside the box. It's not just following up, it's connections, it's creating that connection piece with people. And then they also have on here, grow. So post, follow up, and grow. Solve problems for people. What are they? Extra income, connection, great products, great people are some good things to chat about with potential frontline. So again, you always want to be planting your seeds. A lot of times I've done trainings on planting your seeds. So April shower, bring May flowers. I actually say planting your seeds and cultivating them to produce those new recruits. It's not a one-time hit. So that's why we want you to be very intentional on a weekly basis. It's just not one time you post in a month and you expect your PV to be there and you expect your people to join your team. It's a consistency over time. And Align has done a great job of helping you do that. And I want you to take these resources and take control of your business. Now, so those are available for you. We also are, Jenny and I think Sarah, Jenny, Serta made it last week, but I think Sarah Lucas is posting them on our affiliate page, the weekly glimpse. So you can jump over there and grab that if you don't have this sheet, or message me and I can post it in the comments. But this is a great resource to plan your month, to plan your weeks, and to plan your days. Okay. So I'm gonna, let's see if I can pull up while we're here so you guys can see this April calendar. I don't think I can pull it up. It's on Canva. Oh, maybe I have it down here. Give me just 1 second, guys. Jot down any notes you have. Oh, it's going to be sideways. Dirt. I don't want to do that. So we're going to stop screen share. Come back to me. Hello, hello, hello. You are back to me. We are going to, I'm going to help you with a little bit more on your weekly planning. Okay. Everybody good? Any comments? Hi, Jessica. I see you're on. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so we're planning our week. And I didn't want to overwhelm you guys last week with this, but this is a tool that has helped me be extremely consistent with my business. Now, if I have a month, I'm like, why am I not bringing new people in? Why are my sales down? Why? Or I have a really good month, and I'm like, my sales are amazing. What have I been doing that's just rocking this out? This consistency tracker does not lie. I always go back to referencing keeping a food journal. If you keep a food journal and you write down everything that goes into your mouth in the food journal, and at the end of the week, you're up 5 pounds, and you go back and look and you've had a cupcake and another treat, and you went out to eat, that might be why. It doesn't lie. It's going to tell you. That's what this consistency tracker does. It's broken up into 4 weeks. Okay. So we would be on week 2. And I want to challenge you guys to do this. Even if you work full time, even if you have just a few minutes to work your business, this will keep you on track on a weekly basis. It is set up Monday through Sunday at the top, which is 7 days. We have 7 days in a week. I'm asking you to do 5 activities during this time. So it's a 5 by 5. So you have your customer follow-up, products on your people, product experience, team connections, and potential team members. Now there's 7 days here. You only have to do it 5 of those 7 days, but you have to do it to stay consistent. And this is where that weekly consistency comes in place. So if you're not sure what you're doing for the day and you look at this, you may notice that I haven't done my customer follow-ups, right? So maybe I need to focus today on my customer follow-ups. Maybe I need to get products on the people. So I'm using my tracker. So this will be something I'm working on today. I shared the tracker. I've been keeping track of the people I'm sending samples out to. Okay. So today I may end up filling 5, even 7 of these products on people. Product experiences. Product experiences mean, doing a review, getting a review, going live and talking about a product, how to use it, what the benefits, that fab, talking about that, sharing ingredient knowledge. It doesn't have to be a video all the time. It doesn't have to be a post all the time. You want to mix it up, but you want to talk about a product experience. Team connection. So team connection really becomes important as you become a team lead or you become silver and you have people that you want to connect with. You want to see how they're doing. You want to help them along. You can be intentional with team connections here. Now, if you're here, you don't grow a team, then team connections could be making sure you're going to the Facebook page, you're engaging in the community page, you're going over and you're checking the affiliate page, Align affiliate page, at least 5 of the 7 days, right? And then potential team members. When you look at potential team members, this is, again, planting those seeds, asking those questions, engaging with people that you would love to have on your dream or that are on your dream team list that you would love to have join you. You want to do those here. Now, like I said, there is 7 days in the week. I want you to at least have 5 of these each week. So 5 by 5, it's a 5 by 5 connection tracker. Now, what happens when you get, I should have grabbed my old planner, you guys, because I do this. I seriously do this, and it keeps you on track so well. So I used to have a planner I made for my team in my previous life where I had this. And let's say, and I'm going to give you an example. I was doing really good on PV. Oh my gosh, I was rocking the PV. But I noticed when I got done with my week, I had 5 here, had 4 here, I had 3 here, had 5 here, and I had none here. And I look at my week, I'm reviewing my week on Sunday. I'm getting ready for the new week on Sunday. I'm prepping for the next week. I notice I haven't done any any building of my team. No planting, doing a post talking about why Align, getting people into the opportunity event. Haven't done any of that, right? So I probably don't have any team members or anybody that is even on the fence because I'm not even engaging or talking about it, right? So this is broken up into weeks, 4 weeks in a month, 1, 2, 3, 4. And your goal is to get 5 in each category of the 5 within that week's time. Again, these are not hard things to do. These are things that can really just fit into your week. When you're doing a product review, when you're talking about why Align, and you're getting people added to the opportunity event, you can use the back for tracking those things for follow-up or use your follow-up sheet for that. And this is how at the end of April, if you haven't hit, you've had that big goal, you've broke it down into those weekly goals, right? We have our weekly goals. And on Sundays, which I have Sundays here, we're assessing our previous week and planning for our next week. We can legitimately see if we are not making our numbers. Why are we not making our numbers? Because I will tell you, and I don't want to take much longer, I will tell you, your brain, being in this as long as I've been in this, and I've heard it a million times, I have caught myself doing it, you will catch yourself doing it. Your brain will tell you you're doing all the things. And you may feel like you're doing all the things. But when I tell people to take a minute, do me a favor, keep track on this for me for 1 week. Keep track of this for me for 1 week of everything you did. to work your business for that week. And on Sunday, when we connect, we will look at it. Maybe there is something that we can fix or that we need to focus on. But if you're doing all of these things on a consistent basis, at least 5 out of your 7 days, or it doesn't even have to be days. If you have a day, you have 3 hours and you can knock some of this out, do 5 of them, right? Because you may have a day that you can't, or maybe there's 15 minutes and you can do a little post or talk or connect with a team member. The goal is at the end of the week to be able to assess it and say, am I on track for my weekly goal, which is part of my monthly goal, without looking desperate, without being frazzled, and to be balanced with my family. Because many of us, being in this industry before, coming in with a fresh new start, we want nothing more than some simplicity, balance, and to really enjoy the process. I mean, you can see it in our pillars of our business that Jesse and Shanae and Maria have provided for us. You know, we want balance. We want that. And hopefully this will help you guys a little bit. Again, I did the monthly, working in 3-month cycles, front loading, setting your monthly goal last Monday. This Monday's talking about weekly focuses and our consistency tracker. And next Monday, I will kind of wrap it up with daily things. What kind of themes can you make daily to keep yourself on track? You have a monthly theme, you have a weekly theme. So what things can you put on a daily basis that really help you stay engaged? If you have questions, put them in the comments. I will be on and off here all day today to help you if there's specific things that maybe don't make sense or you have questions on. Someone else probably has the question, so go ahead and post it. And I appreciate you guys joining me. Tried to keep it within 30 minutes. So hashtag replay if you watch it later, and let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Have a blessed Monday, you guys, and I will see you over on the page.